Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, LaffinBoy here. And today I've got a brand new episode of Tales from Laffin Land. Well, I guess it's a brand new episode, but it's an old story. This happened back when I was a junior in high school. Now, for those of you who don't know, here in the United States, high school is the last 4 years of school. It's grades 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now, also, you probably should know that in 12 years of school, I went to 13 different schools. We moved around a lot. And, well, now part of that again is because, well, for example, we lived in one place for about 3 years. During that 3 years, I went to 5th grade in one school, 6th grade at a 6th grade center, and 7th grade in another school. But then again, there was the 9th grade that I went to 2 different schools, and again the 12th grade I went to 2 different schools. Anyway, so my junior year, I was going to Dawson High School out here. It's not too far from where I am now. I was in fact living here on this property, and well, they had just built a brand new high school, and when we had just moved to the brand new high school, the old high school, which my grandfather went to, was still standing, and I forgot why we went over there. But the agriculture class went over to the old high school, the old schoolhouse, and we were, I don't know, we were going around, supposed to be doing something, and I was just kind of walking around looking at stuff, and they told us, don't break anything. I didn't quite listen to that. I went along and, well, I was going along and went into one of the, I think like the records room or something, and there was these little glass things up there, little glass panes. And I took something and I broke one of them. I threw it and broke one of them. And then, as I was wandering around, I went up into one of the classrooms, and I picked up this random piece of pipe, and I was just, I don't know, poked a hole in, I think I was tapping on it or something, but anyway, I wound up poking a hole in the chalkboard. And, well, and I was, I was not going through there and being massively destructive, but I was being destructive. Then we went into, the school had this massive auditorium, and it had a booth. I mean, I think the auditorium was like 3 stories tall. It was huge. It had a full-size stage up there. I mean, lots of seating, and it had this booth up there that was on the on the top floor. The school was, I think, 3 stories tall, 3.5. It had a basement. I guess all total it was 4 stories tall, 3 stories in the basement. Anyway, so I was up in the booth, and they had these old football tapes that were actual reels that you would put on you'd put on a reel-to-reel projector, so that they could watch it back and kind of study it, see what went on there and what they could do, and they could do and what they should do, and I don't know. Anyway, so, but I'm up there in that projector booth, and there's a couple other people in there. So, and I picked up one of those reels. It wasn't, but maybe about 6 inches, across, and a little narrow thing. I picked up one of those reels, and I grabbed the end of it, and I threw the reel out the little projector window into the auditorium. And of course, everybody said, don't do that, don't do that. But, it was just the one. And then I went and, of course, our hour ended, and we went back to the new schoolhouse. And then the freshmen came. And they saw what I had done, and they all did exactly the same thing. They broke out all of those panes. They broke out, they destroyed the chalkboards, and they threw every one of those films out that little projector window. And of course, I got in trouble because I was the one that started all of this. So I was a bad influence on them. But what I thought was hilarious, and my classmates absolutely did not, was that, normally I was a pretty good kid. I, did my homework and, stayed out of trouble and didn't do, and hadn't done, anything that the teachers had noticed. So when I did this and got all of that started, when I was called out of the classroom for this, my English teacher got all over my classmates for being a bad influence on me. I thought it was hilarious. My classmates didn't. Not so much. Anyway, that is the story. I thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you next time. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Stay safe and stay healthy. LaffinBoy out.